It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jaguars and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, and it's second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll set them back 5.
We play to win.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Second and 4. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Finds the open target, Arnold. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, at Zach Wilson. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Wilson. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Croft there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look at them elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Point after, right down the middle. It's now a 7-0 game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. To return, here's Agnew. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They'll run here with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. Touchdown! That's caught. Marvin Jones, 55 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Five plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And his pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carter. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Here comes.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, 47 yards, and the Jets have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jaguars getting set to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. From the 36, Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's more. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On third down, Wilson. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They run. Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
On first down, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Jets' 45-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On the run, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Oh, what a move. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, it's Robinson, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's caught. It's Chenault again.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Robinson.
A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal.
Now Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on third down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big play.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Here's a give to Carter.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Jets on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Airing one out for Crowder. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A handoff for Carter.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Carter will try the right side.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here.
Second and 11 now. And they'll run here with Carter.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll move their lead up to 4 now. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.